welcome to We Never Met, the podcast where I have interesting strangers on every single week. And today we have 3 people here. So could you give us all your name?
I'm Katie.
I'm Andi.
And I'm Kevin.
Nice to meet you guys. And you guys are
The long lost.
Yeah, nice. Did you know, by the way, there's another Andi Avalos in Chicago.
Yeah, I know.
Who is famous.
I'm familiar.
Meteorologist. He spells it with a Y, though.
Yes,
That's
he
the only
does.
difference. Yeah, I saw it. I was watching the news, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I know him.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Is he
but I keep it under wraps most of the time.
Is he your dad for real?
It's classified information.
Really?
No, it's not. But it's my dad. I don't like to talk about it a whole lot because it does, like, people kind of make, it's not assumptions, but I don't want anyone to think we do anything because my dad is my dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a great
Yeah.
guy. So if anyone
I thought for sure
Yeah,
that
he's
was just
great.
like an
10 out of
ironic
10
thing.
father.
That
Right?
no, he's 10 out of 10
Like
father.
your parents were big fans of him.
Yeah. They're
Actually, I met someone in college who was like, I love your dad so much that I dressed up as him for Halloween when I was a child. And I was like,
how do you dress up like
Oh, boy.
like a meteorologist? Isn't he a
That's weird.
Yeah.
suit.
Just have a weather map? You just look like a regular person in
Pointing
a
at
suit.
things without
Smile.
looking at them.
He's not like one of those guys that wears crazy stuff on air.
Right.
So it's hard to dress
Yeah,
up
I
like
don't
him.
know.
Yeah. But
More power to her.
yeah, I mean, because I just moved here and I was like literally flicking through the channels and I saw him,
Where'd you move from?
Milwaukee. Yeah. Thank you. So it's nice to know,
Yeah.
I'll for sure watch his forecast.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, you guys are in a band, The Long Lost. I was introduced to you through a show, actually, seeing Donovan Woods, which you guys performed and opened for.
Yeah, that was about a year ago now.
At
right?
Virgin Hotels, yeah.
Yeah.
Virgin Hotels.
Virgin Hotels. Yeah. So have you been performing a lot recently?
Yeah, we have been pretty steady, which is we're very lucky
Yeah.
to be booking pretty constantly.
Yeah, we did a couple fun festival things this summer. That was a good one. And we have some cool stuff coming up this fall too, which I'm
What do you
really looking
got
forward
coming
to.
up?
We're playing a kind of like country Americana fest out in
Plano?
called Widow's Harvest.
It's the coolest event in
People
the whole
camp
world.
out and there's great food and it's so
Wow.
fun and music just goes all night.
Oh, that's right. So we have a friend of ours. His name's Kevin Perkle. He'd be cool on the podcast. He's a very cool guy.
Good to know.
guy.
And we're playing with him twice in October.
Yeah.
So we'll be in Arlington Heights at a place called Hey Nani.
Okay.
And
I heard of
then-
that. One of my friends is playing there.
We'll be
cool.
at the Union in North Central, which, fun fact, Kevin Perkle, myself, and long lost band
Other
Kevin, we're all North Central graduates.
Oh, really?
So yeah, nepotism is alive and well.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome. Are you guys performing at any apple orchards? I feel like that's the theme of fall.
We
That'd
did
be
last-
cool.
I wish we did
you?
last year though.
Where at?
It
Which one?
torrential rained and
Oh, God.
sideways.
Outdoors?
It was snowing too, I think, in October.
We were in
It
a bar
was
and
kind
it
of
didn't
snowing.
move.
It was
Oh,
we
okay.
moved
It was
into a
supposed to
barn.
be outdoors
It was at
and-
the Virtue Cider Farm
Oh,
up
cool.
in Michigan.
It was really cool.
Really cool.
Yeah, that's
Got to
that's
drink
like
all
the
the cider.
perfect
That was
fall
cool.
thing. Yeah. So when did you guys first start creating music? Because are you guys friends? Have you guys been friends for a while?
Yeah.
We
How-
met on the very first day of high school.
Okay.
So my last name's Avalos, A-V, and her
Yeah.
last name is Burke. And so I was seated right in front of her.
Okay.
And I turned around and I said, hey, I like your t-shirt. And she said, hey, thank you. And then we've been friends ever since.
What T-shirt were you wearing?
It was a hot pink Hello Goodbye t-shirt.
Oh, that's a classic high school T-shirt. For sure.
Right?
What
Freshman
happened
year.
to Hello
man.
Goodbye?
That's a great question. Actually, our guitarist, and he used to tour
He toured with them for a
He
while.
did.
Really?
Yeah.
Full circle.
Full circle.
That's really cool.
Thanks, Hello Goodbye.
Is it just one guy? Is Hello Goodbye just like one main guy?
I think it's led
Sort
by
of like
one main guy.
Panic at the Disco now?
I don't even know anymore.
Oh.
I just love that song he sang about prom, where he would yell,
I
"Will you
don't
go to
remember
prom
that.
with me?" Look it up later.
Okay, I'll make sure to look
grateful
it
you
up.
did.
Yourself a favor.
And look it up. So when you guys met, were you guys both doing musical stuff by yourself? Or
Yeah, separately.
piano.
I played piano.
Okay.
Only I didn't sing at all.
why not?
That's a great story, actually.
I had a choir teacher who told me I was bad.
Wow.
Pretty much, yeah.
The
I
direct
tried out for a
quote.
solo, and he said, "The way you sound in your head is not the way you sound to the rest of the room."
Wow.
So,
A child.
How-
He
yeah,
told
how
that
old
to
were
a
you?
child.
12.
Wow, that's rough.
That's harsh realities.
Who was it? A
I
male or
loved
female
singing
teacher?
too. is this old man.
Okay.
He was such a
He
jerk.
should not be a teacher.
Should not have been a teacher. So yeah, I only played piano, but you were in like musicals and show choir.
Yeah, I was
and-
a bona fide nerd. Nothing has changed. But yeah, I did like musicals and choir. But I'd been singing ever since I was real little. My mom was a singer, and my dad grew up, always listening to music. We had a jukebox, and so I was
That's
always
cool.
surrounded by music. I would sit in the basement and just like play songs on the jukebox for hours. So I started singing when I was real young.
Okay.
I tried to learn the piano. I played for 5 years, and I cannot play a single thing except for maybe like chopsticks, and badly still. I played violin and guitar, but I mostly did like singing. And
Why do you think guitar is easier for you than piano?
there's so much like opposite lateral movement in piano. My
Yeah.
brain didn't like that.
Yeah, because I tried to learn guitar and I felt like piano. I have guitars behind me that I've never really played.
Their decoration.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think
at this
that's
point.
my guitar, but the lighter one.
Oh, I think you're right.
The Martin one.
The Martin, yeah.
Yeah,
Good pick.
yeah, it was my grandpa's. So,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Awesome.
But for some reason, like piano, you get more leeway because you can like pause, and stuff, and like do dramatic things. Like guitar, you have to like keep going like really
Yeah.
fast. It seems a lot harder to me, like because you have to change chord progressions, like your fingers so quickly to make it sound good.
Well, I won't. Are we allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't bullshit you. I'm a terrible guitarist.
No, you're not.
No,
No,
We never say that we're good guitarists. We'll never claim that.
we're singers.
We're singers who
I think
play
it is.
guitar.
Yeah.
We play guitar, but I'm not a guitarist.
really good
I'm
at
a good
rhythm.
rhythmic guitarist.
I think that's
Terrible
a guitar though.
everything
You're
else
playing a
guitarist.
guitar,
Yeah.
so I think if you're doing that, I think you're good. Yeah, if you can pass it off and
True.
perform,
Fake it till you make it.
that's good enough.
It's actually just a paper guitar. I'm not even playing.
It's actually a
just a
loop, a
track.
recording. Yeah, we don't actually ever sing.
Don't look behind the curtain.
Yeah. And so when you guys met each other, then was it you guys were just friends for a while? You didn't really have any aspirations for music, or
We were in a musical together that summer. I thought you were cool. I wanted to be your friend. And you
you.
were
I
doing
never
all these
thought I was
things,
cool.
so I
That's
hopped
so nice
in.
of you.
Nice.
And then I joined your show choir.
Yes, we did, which was my mom actually put it together, and it was really cool. It was just a bunch of us high school girls, and we performed for all kinds of charities.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, so it was just a nice charitable thing to do. It was a fun way to kind of spend our time with our friends and
Yeah.
do cool things and meet cool people. So yeah, that's how Katie really started singing
Through that.
through that.
So you
She
got
wouldn't
over
even
that
take
hump of someone
solos.
telling you were terrible?
I wouldn't sing solos, but I had fun being in a choir.
So
Yeah.
the first time Katie, I think, ever sang in like a large group was it our high school talent show?
Yeah.
Ooh, was that by yourself or together?
Together.
I was gonna say that's a bold
Going way
move.
back now.
Yeah.
We went all out.
Did you win?
No.
Sore
I'm
subject.
still kind of salty about it. We came in second place.
Yeah.
We wrote a 14-song Lady Gaga medley and performed it. It had
That
like
sounds-
costumes and everything.
Like Katie
Wow.
built.
and you didn't win.
Did you ever see like the Lady Gaga monster shoes? Like the.
Yep. Yep.
She
I
built
made them. I have my
What'd
own
you
pair.
build them out of?
Cardboard.
Yeah, cardboard. Hot glue gun.
Safely? Would you fall through the shoes on stage?
I like made a cardboard skeleton for a shoe and like assembled it,
I can't believe you didn't win.
fabriced it.
That's so much effort.
It was heartbreaking.
That is.
It was heartbreaking.
Still stings.
It's,
does.
yeah. How long ago was that? You know,
Like 10 years ago.
still remember it.
Never forget.
Every
Yeah.
day.
Never. So was that your first performance? You'd say together, or was there some?
It was like
No,
our
we
first
did
performance together.
Like singing.
Yeah.
But I played piano for you with the Ben Folds song the
I
year
feel like
before.
that doesn't really count though. You didn't sing on that.
Yeah,
one.
I guess I would
So
say.
yeah,
it
that was like
the
our
first.
that was our coming out party.
And you didn't have a name at that point yet. So
No, we actually sang with a friend of ours too, who is still doing music, but she moved to Arizona.
okay.
She's very talented.
She's very talented, but she ended up going into like the Christian music.
Yeah.
Mm.
And she's like a music director leader
Yeah.
at her church.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she went and did a very lovely, godly thing, and we are over here singing the F word in front of our parents and
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
making our families very proud.
They seem proud because we were just talking about that. We were at the
They met our
concert
moms.
with Donovan Woods, and we met your moms. Yeah, they were
They're
front row,
lovely.
right next to us. They were very lovely.
Yeah,
They
they're
were
great.
Very excited, very friendly. You know, it was a perfect concert goer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially front row. Do you guys hear them when you're obviously right when
You
you're on
see
stage?
them with their iPhones turned the wrong way,
Yeah,
like
they're taking pictures of themselves at your concert.
Yeah,
accidentally.
right. Surprised no one's brought an iPad yet.
Oh, God.
They should, though.
No.
Easier interaction with the device. It's hard
screen.
to read these sometimes, you know?
Yeah, it is.
It's small print,
You
but
know that very well.
yeah. So when did you guys decide to like collaborate and why did you guys choose each other? Because I'm sure you could have done it by yourselves or with other people.
I don't think I could have done it by myself.
You don't think so?
Yeah, me neither. Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think it was necessarily, this sounds so pretentious, it wasn't a choice.
Yeah.
It just kind of happened. It grew
Doesn't sound
itself,
pretentious. Yeah.
which was really cool because I think we grew together into something. It was never a possibility for us to go separate ways.
Okay. And I think that's the only way you really can stay together as a group is if there is
Right.
that. Because if there's any inkling of like, oh, I could do this by myself or what
And
is she
I had
having?
no interest in doing it
Yeah.
by myself.
Yeah.
It's way more fun like this.
Yeah,
I can't
it is
imagine
way more
it only
fun.
being me.
What do you like about the collaboration of like being together?
Everything.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
what do you prefer? Is it easier because
It's nice having like constant feedback.
yeah, are you guys pretty critical
Like
of
a
each
check and
other
balance
or
kind of system almost.
No, we're probably too.
Everything's like, yay!
Yeah.
You're amazing.
that's good.
It's
Otherwise-
like, you take this part. No, you take this part.
okay.
I like when you sing that.
Because when I
It's just
when,
like a circle jerk of
Kind of
positivity.
is. Validation.
no, you're the best. No, you're the best.
Yeah.
Because when I saw you guys playing, your harmonies are really great and stuff.
you.
And
Thank
to
you.
me, that it's hard for that to happen if it's not like practiced a lot. So you guys practice that stuff a lot together, or
That kind of came naturally as well.
I think more
That's
so because,
really
like we
lucky.
said, we grew together.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about this too. Like, I didn't really sing until I met you. I kind of learned to sing to you.
Yeah.
was it because you were nervous still about singing, or
Yeah. And I never took formal lessons. Like, I learned from my friends and being around them and how they did it. So I think that probably helped a lot with me being able to blend with your voice.
For sure.
Yeah. Have you guys taken any formal lessons, or is it just kind of like besides the stuff you did
I
through
did
school?
for a little bit, a long time ago, with a very sweaty man who.
You tried to change your
And then
tone,
I
though.
did, and then in high school they offered vocal coaches if you wanted them, and I thought, you know what, like, why the hell not? I'll give it a shot. And they very quickly tried to change everything about my voice.
Oof, that's tough.
And I understand I can have multiple voices, if that makes sense. I've got
Yeah.
like a classical voice with like opera training, and then I can do like my singing voice that's just mine.
Right.
And so when we were working on things that were more like, oh, this is just your singing voice,
Yeah.
there were a lot of things they tried to change, and I was like, well, this is like what makes my voice
Right.
mine, and I
Isn't
don't
that
want to
the
change
point
those
of a
things.
voice to be unique,
Right,
to kind of,
yeah.
yeah.
So I noped out of those.
Yeah. Why was your choir or your teacher so sweaty? You said he was really.
No,
Was it a hot room?
no, she's really sweaty. He
Like
always
her
wore
hand-
like brown t-shirts, and they were just sweat
like-
stains
oh, yeah.
everywhere.
Gross.
I heard that. I used to be sweat so much in high school.
Really?
It's crazy. Yeah, and I wasn't even doing anything really. I was
Just existing,
I was
really
going
taking
through.
it out of you.
I was going through puberty.
Yeah, that's
We've all been there.
That was a problem, you know. Oh man, yeah. I used to wear like 2 shirts to try to like absorb. One of them could absorb. You're
wouldn't
nodding
that
like
make
you've
it
done
worse?
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was me in middle
because
school. Like
you
every day I wore a sweatshirt for like 6th grade.
I
Through 7th
used to
grade,
put
so
like
it's like,
Kleenex
Yeah.
under my armpits sometimes.
Did that
Yeah.
too, yeah.
It's fine.
But wouldn't
Kleenex was
2 shirts
not
make
thick
you
enough.
more sweaty because you would
Right.
be
Yeah,
warmer?
it was a flawed system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad.
Other
It did-
girls were stuffing their
shirts with
bras with
ventilation.
Kleenex. I was putting them under my
My
armpits
armpits.
to stop my arms sweat.
I've done that.
I'm a lady.
She
I've
is
done
beauty,
that
she
so
is
much.
grace.
So when you guys initially started, when did you formally decide that you wanted to kind of start a band and do it together? When was that decision made?
That's a good
I
question.
think, well, I went to school in Nebraska, so I was pretty far away. And
Okay.
that's around the time that we started writing songs. So we would send them back and
you wrote
forth.
one,
This
and you
is
were
college,
like,
right?
"Hey,
College
Yeah,
years?
college.
She's like, I think I wrote a song," and she sent it to me, and I was like, "It was good.
I
This is
think
a
I wrote
good
one.
song."
I'm not sure. It might be a long poem.
And so, right, a
That
long
repeats a
melodic
lot.
poem.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'll try too. And I did, and wrote a song, and it was admittedly
terrible, and I hate it so much.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
My mom
Do you
loves
remember
it.
what it is now? The song?
Yeah.
What was it called?
It was called Closed Doors.
Because you guys don't play
And
it
I was
anymore,
very
do you?
emotional, and I had a lot of feelings, and I put them all into that song.
What's good? That's the Americana genre is full of that stuff.
And then we came together and we wrote our first song jointly, and we liked it. And so I think from that moment
It's on our first record.
Yeah.
It is on our first record. I forgot about that. And I think once we wrote a song together, it was like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, because like, how does the songwriting process go with you both together? Is it very? Oh yeah,
It's super varied.
Yeah.
But I feel like usually it starts with some sort of emotion or like specific feeling. We always say like,
Phrase. And then we build a dumb story around it.
That's how you write songs.
or just like hyperbolic real life experiences too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, a lot of ideas from songwriting come throughout the day just because we like bullshit all day long. I'll be like, that was funny. Tell you about it. Write it down. Figure it
Come
out.
back to it
Work
later.
into a song. Yeah.
Yeah, because is it tough sometimes? I'm sure someone comes with like an experience or something. Like, what if you never had that experience and you're trying to help write that song? So, like, let's say something happened to you and you're like, I'm going to write this song about it. What if you never experienced that? How do you like contribute still to the song?
Add the harmonies.
Well, and I think too, another way is to like not change the core of the lyrics, but finding better lyrics.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
like
better ways to
fine-tuning the
say
words.
something.
Yeah. Or
Phrasing.
like, so a brief example, we were writing this, Katie wrote the song called One Night Only. And it's a song, like a pretty funny little song about one night stands.
Yeah.
And we were coming up with ideas, and this is very much how we write. And she was like, I'm kind of stuck here. And I was like, what about the idea of like someone's leaving this person's room and like you're being really quiet to like
Yeah.
not make the floorboards make noise, like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
shutting the door really
That was
quiet.
so helpful. That turned out good.
And that ended up like becoming like a big
verse.
chunk of the song.
Oh, okay.
So like not my song, Katie wrote the song, but I gave her that idea and it kind of changed
I
the
totally
shape of it.
co-wrote that song and the
you.
end section.
Oh, that's
that
true.
was fun.
But so yeah, just something like that. You come up with this like mental picture, and I think that's kind of what our stuff is. It's based off all of it, like having these little movies in our brain.
Yeah, because it's like you guys kind of actively chose the Americana genre of music rather than other stuff.
Yeah.
Is that intentional to be able to tell more stories, or there's more leeway in that genre of like music?
For me, yes, but no. I feel like I didn't really choose it. It kind of just fell into it.
I didn't choose the Americana life.
It chose
Yeah.
me.
Well, for a long time, people were like, "You guys sound kind of country," you guys, and we were like,
And it made us
I
upset.
don't wanna
"No,
be
we're not
country."
country
Yeah.
artists." And then one day we're like, "Oh shit."
Yeehaw.
are, though.
Yeehaw,
Mom was
baby.
right the whole time. Let's head down to Dollywood.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of that country Americana vibe, because Americana is like such an all-encompassing term. I feel like, but
It is.
Storytelling is the best part.
which is so prominent in country and Americana. It's just like that old school storytelling.
Right, because even like all the stuff you guys put out, like your pictures and stuff, is pretty cohesive with like. So do you guys dress like that in like that genre kind of all the time, or is that something like more? Yeah.
Yeah. We've adopted like cowgirl disco as our everyday our
That's a
everyday
very
look.
cool style.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love a good sequin.
Love a good
Okay.
sequin. But the kind of funny thing is we were so anti like dressing up and costume. Like we used to just go on stage in jeans and t-shirts and be like, here's our songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it just became so much more fun when it was like, okay, today's a costume party and I'm
Yeah.
going to wear a dress made of only sequins and
Yeah.
It makes me feel like a cooler version of myself, where
Right.
that I can like believe myself that other people will like it.
And actually at that Virgin Hotel show was kind of a turning point for
it
us.
really was.
Because we had brought like costumes to wear on stage.
I don't
And we
remember
walked
what you guys
into the
were wearing, but-
bathroom and we went in just like our street clothes and we changed into our stage clothes, and all of a sudden it was like, musician, here I am. Hear me
Yeah.
roar. And so it was like, okay, like I don't have to look like the girl off the street. Like I feel like I should look like I belong on stage. And I think for us that was a turning point, not only in like performance and stage presence, but it makes you feel like, okay, like I am where I should be.
I'm meant
Sure.
to be here.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, not
Rather
like
than just,
imposter
they pulled
syndrome.
someone out of the crowd.
Exactly.
And they stood up there.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember your first show, like live show,
Oh God, what was
Like-
it?
Like as
as a group?
Elbow Room.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played a battle of the bands at
Okay.
Elbow Room. We played the same 6 songs every
Over
week.
and over again.
Really?
And our family came out so nice.
And it was
of
just the
them.
3 of us. We didn't have a full band, so it
didn't.
was just Katie played keys, I played guitar, and Kevin played bass. Did you play bass on an acoustic though? Because
No, I still had, I had my bass.
Oh,
down
that's
there,
right.
My first.
You had an upright bass. That'd be really cool,
No,
like
that'd be
David
cool.
Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Love
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, so that was our first real performance.
What was
We
the?
were bad.
Really bad.
We made it to the finals.
We made it to the
Did you?
finals.
And that was like
I
there
think
was
we
like
came
3
in, like,
rounds
third,
to it.
right?
So like we like placed. So we said we were bad. It was more just kind of like we've gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
But we still like it's all right. You can still
The
find
last
the videos
one,
on
though,
We tricked him.
They-
They had an okay time.
Tricked him. How
We
many
got
rounds
pushed
was
to
it?
the midnight
Only
slot.
4?
Katie
Oh,
was
that's good.
sloshed by the time we
Oh,
had to
I've never
play.
made that mistake ever again. I was so
We
drunk.
learned early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you throw
No
up?
one was there. It didn't matter. No. It's so embarrassing. I'll never put myself in that position ever
Is
again.
there photos and videos from that night still out
I
there?
don't think
I
so
don't-
because no one
not
wanted to
one.
stay that late to hear us.
I wouldn't
They're
have
like,
wanted to
"It's
stay
my
that late to
bedtime."
hear me.
And you almost won. Who won the? Do you remember who won?
Oh gosh, I don't remember. Do you?
Something birds.
Was it Little Birds?
Little
Little
Birds.
And I know
Birds.
they're
Little
still doing
Birds.
lots of stuff. So like,
They were really
you
good.
go.
they were really good.
So,
Yeah.
Were they? What kind of music was it?
Were they also kind of folky? I
a
don't
little
remember.
bit like indie folk, I think.
Okay.
Remember they had a violinist, and I was like, cool.
They were very talented.
It's like Yellow Card, but like folk. You guys remember
Yellow
Oh yeah.
That's always my go-to.
They
for
go
played it
back.
in North Central.
Really?
Our senior year, yeah.
Wow.
Taking everybody to Ocean Avenue, you know?
Yeah. Yellow Card played at your. Oh wow.
Yeah.
At your college?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It was pretty cool. They got some cool people to come through.
Yeah. Like, did he still have bleach blonde hair? This lead singer guy.
I didn't get to go.
Oh,
I
that's
feel
a
like he would
bummer.
be bald now. I don't know why.
Yeah, because
bleaching
he
it.
bleached it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all gone now.
It's gone.
Doesn't have the locks anymore. I can't say anything though. I'm going bald anyways. So you guys, what was your first album? Was it Don't Wait Up for Me? Was that the
Yeah.
first one?
First and I guess only right now.
Well,
Yeah,
we
2017,
released
right?
something before we changed our name to The Long Lost, and I
Oh,
won't tell
okay.
you what it is because it's garbage. But
What was your name before the long?
I cannot tell you because like someone will look it up, and I will be
Why
mortified
don't you
for
just
the rest
delete
of
the
my
profiles?
life.
That's what I always
We were
did.
planning on it,
Oh,
I need to.
but it is a little fun for like nostalgia's sake.
sure. Yeah, going back and checking it out.
But so we did release one thing before, but it was just like so silly and just cute to look back on. But yeah,
Yeah.
Don't Wait Up for Me was our first like.
Actual.
The name
Bigger
change was a
battle?
great call.
Yeah, it was a great call.
Great call.
Good job, us.
Yeah. Why did you change to the Long Lost?
So
What was
we
that?
were at an open mic. It was kind of when we were like deciding if this is something that we think that we could actually pursue.
Yeah.
And we're like, our name is kind of lame, sitting there talking. And Andy's mom was telling a story about like your bloodline.
Yeah, we're talking about my mom was like into ancestry, and this was at the time when ancestry.com was just getting like big, and
Yeah.
and so we have like this big family Bible and stuff too. So there's tons of information in that about genealogy going far, far, far back. So
That's really
But
cool.
someone
I
on
like
her
that.
side of the family is a Burke. And she was like, well, what if you're long lost cousins? And we kind of just looked at each other. And
it was
we're
like,
like,
a light bulb moment.
the long lost. That's it.
There you go.
and it stuck. So
Yeah. I really wish I knew what the band was before, but
I'll tell you later.
okay, thank you.
Off the record.
Off the record, yeah. Let me know.
Watch
So
our moms will call in and be like, it was this. It was so good. I listened to it in the car still.
yeah, it's a
But
great.
if you like are curious, the one song on Don't Wait Up for Me is called "What You Need Tonight," and that was
It's the piano ballad.
Yeah.
That was the
Okay.
song
that was
we
from the
wrote.
original project name.
okay.
The
So-
artist formerly known as.
So for that project, what was it like doing a full album for you guys? That was like the first
New.
real
It
one.
was
Yeah.
new.
Did you record it here in Chicago?
In New Lenox, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. With a cool guy. His name's Steve.
Nice.
We like him a lot.
We do.
But I think going back, we didn't.
We had no idea
We
what
had
we
no.
were doing.
Yeah, less than no idea. Because now I think we've come to a point where everything is very stylized. We know what we want. We
Sure.
know how we want it to sound. Back then, it was kind of like, I think we want it to sound like this.
It was more wishy-washy, like maybe
Very
this will be
wishy-washy.
good.
Very
we didn't know how to
indecisive.
ask for what we wanted. And again, at that point, it was just me, Katie, and Kevin. And so we only had 3 instruments between us. And like no one else to fill out the rest of the songs.
Right, so it was hard to be
So they
like-
were pretty bare bones, and it's hard to get something that feels uniquely yours when you weren't able to direct all the parts. If that makes sense.
Sure,
Yeah,
or
like we
even
brought
have
in
like a
these
clear
songs we played
vision.
with an acoustic guitar, and we were like, we want them to sound like they could be on the radio, but we had no idea what that actually meant to
Right.
us.
Right. Yeah.